What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon here, and today I will be reviewing with you my complete PSA 10 base set unlimited holo set. I finally completed it. I got my final card in today. I mean, technically, it was already complete, but I got this other card here that now makes me consider it complete. And I'll tell you more about that here in a minute. If you love Pokemon, you love the OG base set, give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to thank you all for subscribing to this channel and supporting me by watching my videos. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to showcase to you each holo. We're going to look at them, enjoy the artwork, enjoy the nostalgia. We're going to go over the prices of these PSA 10s as well as the population of them, because in about a day or two, we have a PWCC auction actually ending. And there's a lot of these base set unlimited PSA 10 holos that are coming through. So I'm really going to be interested to see what kind of prices these cards will get. Yeah, in this auction coming up in PWCC, we have first edition base, shadowless base, and unlimited base set cards coming through. So this will be one we'll check out, and I will review all this on the Auctions of the Week video as well. But let's get started right now. Before we get into this, I wanted to give away some of these Hidden Fates code cards. So anybody who can use these online, feel free to take them. This is from the Raichu GX box. There's 5 here for you all to take. I have no use for them. So there you go. So let's start out here with our first card here, the Alakazam. And like I said, these are all PSA 10s. All PSA 10s, and they all have the newer Lighthouse labels on them, so they just look extra pretty like that. But yeah, Alakazam, I love the artwork and the holo. I love the aura, if you will, around Alakazam that just really makes him stand out here. This has a PSA 10 population of 355. So it is a little bit higher on the list here as far as the PSA 10s. I think this is a little bit easier because the holo is so dark on this card, but nonetheless, such an awesome Pokemon here. Now, up next, we have this Blastoise. One of the big 3 here, of course, gem mint condition. The PSA 10 population for Blastoise is about 324 right now, and I will put all the current auction prices up on the screen for these cards and what they're going for. And it's nice to know now that this set has died down from the hype. You know, this set was really hyped up and it had some unrealistic prices. I think now it's evened out to sustainable prices here, but here we have the unlimited base set Chansey holo. This is one of the final cards I actually got. Such a hard PSA 10. If y'all watch Z&G Emporium, and if you don't, I recommend y'all do. I'm sure you already do. He reviewed this base set as far as the price differences and the PSA 10 and 9 differences between from October of last year till now, and there has been zero PSA 10 Chanseys that have come through. A lot of PSA 9s, but no PSA 10s, so they must be very, very, very strict on this card. And the holo, I think, is just, you just look at it funny and it gets scratched. But yeah, this is one of the final cards that I had purchased to complete this set. So we're going to put Chansey right up there. And here we go, look at that. Yep, yeah buddy. PSA 10 base set Char Resort. One of the grails in my collection. I just love this card. It looks so nice. Look at the front of that. Very well centered. Not a scratch or print line to be seen. This card is a PSA 10 population of 437 examples. So, I mean, when you compare that to the PSA 9s, I think there's like way over 4,000 PSA 9s, but the pop report's hard to trust on that because people are constantly busting open their PSA 9s to try to send in to get that PSA 10. But I hear that's about to stop because of the new software or technology that PSA obtained here, that Genomint, that's going to help prevent that from happening. All right, here we have the Clefairy, another very low population base set holo. This is a PSA 10, and there's a PSA 10 population of 143 of these. So it seems like the colorless Pokemon here in this set makes it very hard to get the PSA 10. Much easier to scratch. So yeah, not quite as valuable as the Chansey, but still tough card to obtain because the pop is rather low compared to all the other cards in the set. Here we have the base set Gyarados holo. You got this out of the Overgrowth theme deck. and there's a PSA 10 population of about 390 of these. I think the reason it's so highly populated is because it's probably easier to hide scratches in that holo, and then it's also a theme deck card, so it was more widely available. As long as you had the Overgrowth theme deck, you're guaranteed to get this card. But yeah, Gyarados is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. We're gonna put him right there. Up next, we have another theme deck card in this Hitmonchan. This actually is from the Blackout theme deck, and it's surprisingly low population for it being a theme deck card. You know, a lot of people had this card. There's a PSA 10 population, I think 177. So really not that heavily populated considering what it is. So it must be a very, very easily scratched card there. But yeah, Hitmonchan, I always loved Hitmonchan. All right, folks, this is the most recent card I got. I just got it today. It is the first edition PSA 10 Machamp. I always considered this the unlimited version, even though technically it's not because you got the first edition there, but it is shadowed. You know, there's a couple Machamp variants. You got this Machamp, you got the shadowless first edition Machamp, you got the 1999 2000 Machamp, you got the Cosmos Holo Foil Machamp. There's so many different Machamps you can get, but I got this one today. I got it for a really, really good deal. This is actually surprisingly expensive, and it's a surprisingly low pop as well. There's a PSA 10 population of 354 of these, and just tons and tons of 9s, so it must be another difficult card to grade because this is the most common holographic card anyone had back in the day because you got it out of the starter theme deck. So yeah, that was the final piece to my collection here. It is official. I have all 16 base set cards in PSA 10. Here we have a Magneton PSA 10. Now the Magneton population is also low, much like the Hitmonchan. I believe there are 159 PSA 10 examples of this card. And I will put the price up on the screen for it. But yeah, not the most popular Pokemon. I think it's in the same league with like Paulie Wrath and Nitto King. You know, not the most popular guy, but still you gotta have him to have that complete collection, right? All right, up next we have a fan favorite here, the Mewtwo. PSA 10 population of 420 examples of this card. Another theme deck card, I believe it was from the Zap theme deck. So another easy card to grade, or easier card to grade because of the background there and the fact that it was a theme deck card made it all the more available. But yeah, everybody loves Mewtwo. So up next we have the King, the Nitto King here, PSA 10. This card has 294 PSA 10 examples. And like I said with the Magneton and Paulie Wrath, this is like the low to bottom tier of the base set holos, but I always liked it. I always thought he looked like a badass, but yeah, there's the PSA 10 Nitto King there. All right, getting down to it here. The number 12 card in the set, the Ninetales Holo. This came from the Brushfire theme deck. There's a PSA 10 population of 356 of these. Yeah, I love this card. I love the background actually has something to it other than just sparkles. You know, you got those flames dancing in the background. Very cool touch. So we're gonna put Ninetales right there by our buddy Nitto King. And here we have everybody's favorite, the Paulie Wrath. This has a PSA 10 pop of 436, so probably one of, I think it might be the second highest or third highest PSA 10 pop card. Yeah, Paulie Wrath I think is probably the most inexpensive holo from the set in a PSA 10. So we're gonna put him right there. All right, finishing up here, we had the Raichu. I made a video about getting this one. I actually picked up a couple of these in PSA 10 because I regretted not getting them back in the day when it was just a couple $100. But this Raichu is a PSA 10 pop of 216 examples, and this is a very nice example in my opinion. None of these PSA 10s have any scratches or nothing. All of these PSA 10s are pretty strong in my opinion, and they all got these lighthouse labels. But yeah, Raichu was the third to last card that I needed for the set. Up next, we got the last of the big three here, the Venusaur. This is a PSA 10 population of 458. I think a lot of that's due to the fact that the Venusaur takes up most of the holo, so there's a lot less holo that's able to be scratched with this card. But yeah, I picked this card up back in the day, probably 3 years ago. I got it for like $150. Can you imagine that nowadays? A base set PSA 10 starter for $150? Not anymore, folks. But yeah, I picked it up back then, and back then that was considered a lot, you know, because Pokemon wasn't where it is today. And last but not least here, we have the Zappy Dose. This might be the highest populated PSA 10 holo in the set at 470 examples. But yeah, it's a legendary bird. You gotta wonder why this bird made it into the base set and not the other two. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that is the final piece to the set here. Now, I'm gonna set them all right there. Now, I have a question for you, community. I put all these on my PSA set registry app, and it come up as I was rank #1 finest set for this. Now, could someone explain that to me, because I find it really hard to believe that no one else has a complete PSA 10 unlimited base set collection. I can actually guarantee that other people do. Is it something along the lines of maybe they don't have them on the registry app? I feel like if you have a complete collection of PSA 10 unlimited WotC Holos, you're gonna have the PSA set registry app. Maybe not. Is it the fact that they're all the new Lighthouse labels and that makes it #1? I don't quite understand why I am ranked #1. It's pretty cool to see that in my set registry app, but I feel like it's a false sense of accomplishment, like I was the first one to get this and I know that I'm not. So let me know what y'all think about that in regards to this ranking system on PSA here, why I am ranked #1, why it says 11.00 grade and 11.00 rating. I don't quite understand what those mean. So those of y'all who are more knowledgeable about the PSA set registry, let me know in the comments what all that means. I really appreciate it. Thank you for checking out my collection. It feels so amazing to complete a set like this. You know, it is a long time coming. I bought a lot of these years ago, and then I just finished it up today, receiving that Machamp in the mail. So let me know what you thought of the video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to give the video a like, and I will see you in the next one.